Good morning. Welcome to Elk Island National Park in Alberta, Canada. It's pretty beautiful here. It's one of my favorite spots, close to the city where you can just come and escape. One of my favorites. So I thought today I'd start doing game classes here in beautiful locations. I want to travel around. I'm going to travel around Alberta this summer and find beautiful locations, nice places to put mats, and then share the beauty and the classes. So, welcome. First, I want to say that I love nature. It's such a broad statement, right? Like, I love being in nature. I feel whole and grounded and just like wonderful in nature. But it wasn't always like that. So I just had to say this. It wasn't always like that. As a kid, of course, I was outside all the time. Somewhere in my teenage years, that shifted, and I was pretty much afraid to be outside. And then as I grew into an adult, it got worse and worse, and it came to a point where I couldn't leave my house in the summer, and it was a really dark time. Anyway, so years and years have passed, and I've steadily just fallen in love with nature, being alone in nature, just everything about it, everything, learning about it, like, oh, everything, except I still have the fears, right? So right now I'm sitting here and I'm very cautious that there's spiders and spider webs. A bison could just roam past at any moment, just like 1,500-pound buffalo, just any amount of nature. So as nature, I have like this love thing, but I'm also like cautious. So I thought we'd start this class with that, fear. Now, we don't normally start a yoga class by looking at fear, right? But that's what I want us to do today. I want us to breathe together. So we're going to go into some breathing. I want us to breathe together. And I want you to think about something that you've been afraid to do, afraid to say, something you're afraid of. And instead of overthinking it to the point where you're like bringing back that trauma, where you know what we do? I want you to just think about how it feels, the fear, and we're going to breathe that out. We're going to breathe in the love of this beautiful place and this beautiful day and this fresh air, and we're going to push out the fear because there's nothing to be afraid of. We have no control over so many things, and we have to let go of that control in order to live a happy life and to be able to do the things that we love to do. We have to relinquish some of the control, and the fear and the control is intricately interlaced. So let's do that today. Why don't you go through today, a little less afraid of something. Just pick something. You don't have to go 0 to 60 in 5.2 and all of a sudden be not afraid of everything. Baby steps. Let's take some steps together, and we start today. So we're going to breathe in absolute love. I want you to listen to the trees. Just listen to the sounds, and we're going to breathe in. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 4 to 5. Hold it for a second, and then breathe out for a count of 4 to 5. Longer if you can extend it. You want to breathe in so that you take that breath and you breathe it right up from the bottom, your pelvic floor, right up to the top of your head. You can feel it. You can feel your lungs. You can just feel it, okay? This is going to be the best breath you'll take all day, right here, right now. So push out your breath. And let's go. In. Breathe in love. It's a brand new day. Breathe out fear. Push it out. And this next breath, it's a brand new day, and maybe you're anxious about this day. I don't know what you have to do today, but maybe you feel anxious. Maybe you feel fear. Let's breathe in more. Breathe in some confidence. Breathe in some strength. Breathe in some love. Breathe in this like beautiful energy of nature. Breathe in. And out. We're gonna take 3 more like that. Nice, breathe in. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Try and relax your shoulders. As you breathe out, drop everything. Good, drop your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Nice, breathe it out, push it out. We're gonna take 1 more in together. Breathe in for count of 4. Hold, breathe out. Sometimes I find it very helpful to breathe in with my hands and to breathe out, push out. So we're gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna get up and we're gonna stretch. It's morning time. We wake up in the morning, we're stiff, and we need to do some stretches. Let me just adjust the camera. I'm rusty at this part. This is my first video taping in nature. All right, everyone, it's morning. Maybe we are stiff, but we have a brand new day to get through. And we really do have a choice to how we want to go through this day. All right, so let's take a big stretch together. So be loose in your knees. Give yourself a little shake. Shake away the mosquitoes. A little shake. Excellent. Now bend a little bit, soft bend, and I want you to go down and swoop up with your arms. Little in, breathe in. Arch back a little bit if you can, but watch your abs, your core. Breathe out. Push it out. Just say you went to bed last night and you were really upset about something, or you were really annoyed, or you were really aggravated, and you found it hard to sleep, and it wasn't a great sleep. Well, it's over now, and that was last night. And this is a new day, so breathe in. And breathe out. I'm gonna do 1 more now, and I want you to take that breath as big as you can. Push it out. Very nice. Do you feel a little looser? Do you feel like your brain is a little clearer? We'll do some standing stretches. They'll just be gentle, and then we'll hit the mat, okay? These classes are designed to be shorter, just morning classes where we can get in a good stretch and a good vibe and a good feel and some really good breath, okay? So we're gonna start, take our arms up, and I want you to lean to the left. Breathe out as you lean. Oh, feel that? Feel that in your hip, under your arm, your bicep. Now, try and think about the middle part of your body. Don't forget to breathe. Try and think about the middle part of your body as the part where you want to keep integrity. And what I mean by that is, you'll see when I first came into my stretch, I wasn't thinking about it or aware of it, so I kind of came forward. Notice right now if you're forward, if you're straight, if you're like bent into something, you know what I mean? You want to keep it straight and keep your middle in control and come back. Good. And release. Let your arms go. I've had several shoulder injuries, so I find it hard to keep my arms above my head for an extended amount of time. So I do feel you if you're feeling that too. All right, and up, breathe in. And over, breathe out. Feel that stretch all along your left side. Oh, it feels so good. Oh my gosh. And back up. Arms down. Right? Can you feel that? Excellent. Now roll your shoulders. Let's give a good roll. So breathe in, come forward like up to your ears at the peak of your breath and out. Like your shoulder blades are meeting in the back. Breathe in. Scrunch. and breathe out. Right? A few little rolls. Getting ready for your day. Some arm rolls. You might have limited range of motion. You might have a certain range of motion. You just do what you can do. You modify it for you. Modifiers are not failures. Modifiers are not failures. Modifiers are a way for you to make your body meet the task and get the same benefits without injuring yourself. Modifiers are amazing. So I'm just doing some arm circles. I usually do about 4 or 5 on each side, in each direction. And I find this helps to like loosen up my shoulders, because I'm the type of person who goes around with my shoulders scrunched up quite a bit. It's just my natural body, it seems, so I'm mindful of that. Good, excellent. Some wrist rolls. These are things you can also do sitting down with your arms or sitting on the edge of a chair. Maybe you can't stand up for long periods of time. Feel free to sit down when you can, and we're going to actually hit the mat soon. So some wrist rolls, excellent. Let's shake a leg. Just be mindful of your movements, right? I think when it comes to yin, a lot of the things people struggle with are being mindful of the movements. Like, we don't think of it. And I've had people say to me, well, what do you mean? And it's like, it all comes back to an embodying, right? Like, we are in our bodies when we are doing yin, when we are doing yoga. When we are doing these types of things, we are in our bodies. So we want to feel our sweet spot when we go into a stretch. It's almost like that spot where it's like, I want to say hurts so good, but you don't want it to hurt. You want to feel like it's going to be a stretch. And if you're really stiff, everything is going to feel slightly hurtful. That's how you get to know your body, right? You're now establishing right here, right now, in this beautiful park, you're establishing a covenant with your body that you're going to start to listen to it, not just when it speaks in pain, but when it speaks in other ways also. You're going to know it. You're going to know what you can do to help heal it. So we're going to get in some hip stretches. Trying to figure out the camera angle now. You just sit there and take a few deep breaths. I'm going to just fix the camera. All right. We're going to start by laying down in Savasana. Just want to let you know, on this first nature video of mine, there's a beetle that just crossed by my, where my head is supposed to go. So you go ahead and lay down. Wherever you are, you lay down, and like a starfish, if you want to support your lower back, if you have any lower back issues and you want to support your lower back, then feel free to put something under your knees. Props are amazing. You can always use props under your head, under your knees, wherever you need to put them. So we're going to lay in Savasana, and we're going to take about 10 breaths. I'm just going to casually lay back as if I'm on a beach, so that my head is not with the beetle. That's a bit too much for today. So we'll take about 10 breaths. Try and regulate your breath now. We're going into this for the breathing. Don't mind if your mind wanders. It's okay if your mind wanders away. Don't judge yourself. Just bring it back. No big deal. Just start breathing again. All right? Breathe in. I'm going to not talk for this. I'm going to let you hear the sounds of whatever happens in Elk Island National Park, and I'm just going to breathe with you. And here we go. Good, we're halfway there. About 5 more nice breaths. The sky is so pretty. Oh, there's not a cloud. And one more last breath together. Let's take a nice community breath together. So in and out. Good. So you're still laying down, and I just realized that I have to. That's nervous laughter. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put my head down. This is the first class, right? Face your fears. I know there's some of you who are like, this is ridiculous, it's grass and a beetle, but you don't know. You don't know what I've been through and how far I've come. Don't judge. All right, so we lay down. Woo! Dear little bugs. My mat is my island. All right, so we're gonna go into a thread the needle now. That's a great morning hip stretch. We're just gonna do a few hip stretches, and then we'll have stretched our shoulders and our arms and our bodies and our hips, all right? So I want you to take your right leg. Start with your left if you want. Just take a leg. Put your foot on your knee, your ankles below your knee. Flex your toes toward your right knee. Pull your arms through. Oh my dear God. Okay. Probably you're tight. Don't be afraid to let the words out. It's all right to let it all out. That's what your mat's for. Your mat is like your personal island of universal therapy. Like a magic carpet. Okay. So I want you to draw your leg in if you can. If you can only just get to here, where your leg is down and one is crossed over, that's cool. Pick it up. Oh, it's good. Okay. Try and get your shoulders closer to the mat if you can. Don't scrunch up. Your head is down. Your jaw's relaxed. Your shoulders are down if they can be. If you have to like scrunch right up to pull your leg, then stop pulling your leg and just relax and put your leg down and cross it over. We don't want to strain. We want to like be in the stretch, you know, be present in the stretch. All right, so we're going to take about 4 deep breaths here, 4 to 5 deep breaths on each side. So breathe in. You might need to move around a little bit. I can feel that in my right hip. Holy Hannah. Okay, breathe in and out. You might want to pull and adjust. Nice. Breathe into it. As if you're directing your breath towards your hip where it hurts or where it feels tender. You know, you can blow your breath towards your body parts. Who's to say it doesn't work? Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh, excellent. Okay, come back. Drop your legs. You can relax for a moment. I like to relax by having my feet out and my knees together. It takes pressure off the lower back, if there's any. All right, breathe in. Get into position for the other side. Take your time. You might not be able to swing up into this. I've been practicing for a while. You have to do whatever suits you. Breathe in. Breathe in. Push it out. Push out the pain. Good. So that little bit of stretch, right? Excellent. Come back to a relaxing position. Just going to check out the mat. So proud of myself right now. I can can even forget it when I'm breathing and looking at the sky and the sun through the trees. That's amazing. Okay. So right now I want you to just give yourself a big hug. Big morning hug. Maybe you're not practicing this in the morning. Maybe it's in the evening and you need a hug from your day, or you need a hug to start your day. We don't get enough hugs. And sometimes even when we do, they're fake. I don't like fake hugs. Give yourself a big hug. Move around a little bit. Be in your body. Be in your body. We spend so much time in our heads thinking about the next things we have to do that we barely land in our body and appreciate it. And right now in this moment, lying here on this grass looking up at the sky, I appreciate my body for getting up and being here. And I want you to appreciate yours for meeting your mat wherever you are. It's a good thing. All right, let's go into a full-on happy baby. So a happy baby hurts sometimes. Your knees are, you want your knees to be parallel and your feet are pushing up towards the sky. Again, don't force yourself. Only go as far as you can. And if you have to sit this one out, it's okay. I like to rock back and forth. So let's take about 4 breaths here. Oh, excellent. And drop your legs. Okay, big old stretch. Oh, stretch your arms up. Stretch your legs out. Good. And our one last stretch that we're going to get in before I sit up is a bridge. Now, you can do a supportive bridge if you have things to put under you. Yoga blocks are amazing, but I don't have those in the wilderness with me. But you can do a supportive bridge. See, what you want to do is bring your heels toward your bum. Make sure your knees are okay. You don't ever want to put strain on your knees. You can learn how to move your body so that your knees are safe. Lift up your bum, put your hands underneath. You want to kind of tuck your shoulder blades underneath. Be very wary of when you start to lift up that you're not lifting your chin towards your chest in a way where you're like straining your neck. You want to look up at the sky and bring your chest towards your chin, not your chin straining towards your chest. Okay? All right, so lift up. Lift up. Oh my goodness, that hurts. Oh, breathe in. Your head doesn't need to be moving, it's just relaxed. Your chin is up, you're looking at the sky. Breathe out and come down. Wowzers. We're gonna do that one again. Cue the John Cougar Mellencamp. Hurts so good. Hands under bum, shoulder blades in. We're gonna come up and then we're gonna do 3 breaths. You can do it, come on. This is the last one. Push your hips up. This is so good for the hip flexors and thighs. Breathe in. Don't strain your neck. Breathe out, breathe in. And breathe out, come down gently. In yin, it's slower. So the transitions, you slowly come out of the poses. Even if I don't, you do. Slowly come out of the poses, you transition slowly. It's not about speed, it's about being in it. It's about breathing. It's all about the breathing. If we can just stop our minds for some times during the day and take in deep breaths and breathe out at different periods during the day, we are doing so much good for ourselves. Like if you're sitting there and you're here and you're like, I want to feel healthier. You know, healthy is individual, right? But you're like, I want to feel healthier. I want to feel less stressed. I want to put some of the things that I love first. I want to put joy first. If you want to do that, then you can start with breath. And I know that sounds so simple that it like can't be true, but you start with breath, and breath is life. And you start by slowing down and taking breaths, and then that slows your nervous system down. And your brain seems to be a little bit slower in a good way. And things come to you, ideas, opportunities, joy, happiness, just by taking the time for ourselves to breathe. Self-care is breathing and taking time to breathe. It exercises our lungs. It exercises our brain. It gives us oxygen. It slows our nervous system down. If you can't do any of the moves at all, you can just tune in and breathe. So we're going to end by taking some breaths together. I'm just going to put myself in a little shoelace pose here. I like sitting like this actually, with my knees crossed over. Oh, there's a wasp right by my foot, a baby one, about to land on my foot. You have and Zen. Nature is beautiful. I'm pretty proud of myself today for showing up in the nature. First thing in the morning, give my hair a little toss. Thank you for being here today at Elk Island National Park in Alberta, Canada, on this beautiful day in June. I really appreciate you being here and being a part of this. And let's take a nice deep breath of gratitude together. Thank you for showing up. Thank you to your body. Right now, just for this moment in time, think of your body for this 1, 2, 3 breaths. Think of your body as just this wonderful machine, despite whatever, that's getting you through life and has gotten you through life and has been through changes and is still with you. Your body is your friend. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in all the love. Send it into your body. Breathe out. Shower it down. Beautiful. One more breath. Breathe in. Hands to chest. Breathe out. Thank you very much for coming to Elk Island National Park with me.